Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do assignments going forward in Onshape, and then you may not see this, or it might look different for you. So if you're not seeing this, I might need to add you manually. So just let me know. But we have you should have a classes tab and robotics. So we open that up, and then we have an assignment right here called simple shape creation. And what it's going to do is when we start it, it's going to let me find it over here. It's going to open up this document for you, and it's going to ask you to complete the assignment in this document. And you can see down at the bottom, there's a volume here. And so if you've done the exercise correctly, you can actually verify it, and I'll show you how in a second, to be that same volume. And so as we work through this, that's what we're looking for. Okay? And when you're done, there should be a submit button up at the top here. And if you need to make revisions, you change it, you submit again. Okay, and that's that process. It's a new thing this year, so I'm trying it out. And if you're having trouble or need help, just please ask for it, okay? And so now I'm going to take a minute and walk through kind of what you're going to be doing in this assignment. So in the assignment, you're going to see that the part studios are created for you. And so you go into the part studio, you create your sketch on your surface, you press the letter N to go perpendicular. Let me open this guy up, you can see my key presses. So press the letter N, okay? And then we're going to make a shape. And so we're going to draw the shape, with whatever tools we want to use. And so the thing that we're learning today is this. We have this tool right here called the dimension tool, and we can use it to set dimensions. Okay? And so basically, it's like 2 clicks to set a dimension. You click once to select the thing, and then you click again to say where you want that dimension to go. Okay? So I can click twice. Click once to select it, and once to place it. Okay? Alternatively, what you can do is, so let's say I'm setting the dimension the length of from here to here. Instead of just grabbing my dimension tool and clicking right there, I can also say I want to click here and then here to set the dimension between those 2 points. And so in that case, I'm clicking 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And so those are 2 ways you can set that dimension. And then we're going to also snap this corner like that, so it's fixed in place. And now if I want to edit a dimension, I can delete it like that to delete those dimensions. If I want to get the dimension tool back, I press the letter D, and I can set my dimensions. Okay, if I want to move this off the corner here, I can show constraints, and then that blue constraint shows where it's attached outside of my sketch, and I can move it around. But it's good to have things fully constrained. You'll see that as I add dimensions and constraints, it turns black. If it's black, it means it's fully constrained. So from here, I can extrude it, and now I've made it 3-dimensional. Okay? And now I have some additional options. So I can actually extrude on this shape. And let's say this was an assignment to make this shape, and I told you it needs to be this volume. If you want to know the volume, you click this little mass and section properties, and you click on your part, and it tells you right here the surface area and the volume. Okay, and so for each of the shapes in the assignment, you're going to want to make sure the volume matches the one down at the bottom in the label of the part studio. Okay, but let's say now I want to make a hole in the middle of this. Okay, so I'm going to draw a circle. So let me take a step back. If I want to do something to this shape, I can make a sketch on a face, just like that. Okay, so I can sketch on the face instead of on a plane. And now I can say draw a circle in the middle of this. Okay, so I draw this circle, and I want the circle to be centered. And so right now it's not centered. I can move it around. So if I want to draw a circle that's centered, what I should do is I should make sure it's centered before I draw it. And what I can do is I can find the center there, and find the center there, and I can drag out, and you can see it snaps to the center, and now my circle is centered. Okay, and I can't move it around anymore. It's fixed in place. I can adjust the size, but I can't move it around. Okay, and so when we draw something that we want to be centered, it's best to do it when we first draw it, and that's the easiest way to do it. Later we can still do it though. So let's say I forgot that. I drag it up here, I'm going to find that center, I drag over here and find that center, and bring it right there until it snaps in the middle. I'm going to set that dimension, let's say it's 60, I'm going to extrude it. And now I have some options. So I can make a new shape. I can add to my existing shape. If I add, I have to select a merge scope, what I want to add it to. Or I can remove. The same thing. If I want to remove it, I have to select a merge scope. Now it's possible that you have to change the direction to make sure it's merging with the part you want it to. And then from there, you can tell that, set the depth. You could set it here, 200, whatever. Or you have some other tools like up to face, where I can say I want to extrude it through that face. Okay, and so now we've gone ahead and done that. We made that shape. If on the other hand I wanted to extrude something off of it, I can make a sketch right here. I can draw, say, on this face right here, like that, extrude it, and now I'm going to add and make it bigger. Okay?